We have an interesting war of words going on between Candace Owens and Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly and Daily Wire commentator Candace Owens found themselves in a social media battle about whether to cancel college students who have shown support for the Palestinians while demonstrating against Israel. This is from an article titled, Harvard Student Groups Issued an Anti-Israel Statement. CEOs Want Them Blacklisted by Matt Egan on October 12, 2023. It says, billionaire hedge fund CEO Bill Ackman and several other business leaders are demanding Harvard University release the names of students whose organizations signed on to a letter blaming solely Israel for the deadly attacks by Hamas. The CEOs wanted the students blacklisted, but some of those students have since distanced themselves from the letter. One should not be able to hide behind a corporate shield when issuing statements supported the actions of terrorists, Ackman said in a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Who is Bill Ackman? This is a question that has been asked by many people in the business world. Bill Ackman is a well-known investor, philanthropist, and founder of Pershing Square Capital Management, one of the largest and most successful hedge funds in the world. Born on May 11, 1966, in New York City, Bill Ackman was raised in a Jewish family and attended Harvard University, where he earned a degree in history. After graduation, Ackman worked briefly in real estate before starting his own investment firm, Gotham Partners, in 1993. So what does this have to do with Candace Owens and Megyn Kelly? The argument started over a post that Kelly made on X, which is now the name for Twitter, in response to GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy arguing that college students who participated in recent protests against Israel over the war that began with a Hamas terror attack on the Middle East democracy should not be blacklisted from future employment. Megyn Kelly disagreed, saying companies should not hire people who supports Hamas killers. Owens then initiated the online war by replying to Kelly's response was disingenuous and stupid. College kids should not be blacklisted over political views they expressed during their youth. This is her full post that she made on X. Oh, stop it. This is incredibly disingenuous, Megyn. You know that many of those students are not out there because they want babies to be murdered. College kids are stupid. I used to be radically pro-choice. Glad I didn't get put on a conservative blacklist for wanting babies murdered. As it turned out, I was just young and temporarily brainwashed from a public school education coupled with mainstream Hollywood lies, and not because I was legitimately wanted to see infants torn from their mother's wombs. Dr. Thomas Sowell used to be a radical socialist who ardently supported communism. Thankfully, he wasn't put on a conservative blacklist and accused of being a person who wanted worldwide suffering and starvation as socialism and communism bring. Students are young and experimenting. You are an adult woman who is advocating for their lives to be permanently pigeonholed because they have the wrong ideas, which are likely being spoon-fed to them in their classrooms. Megyn Kelly responded, being liberal is not the same as taking to the streets to cheer murdered babies and blame said murders on the victims. But you go ahead and hire as many of them as you want, Candace. I'm sure that Real Daily Wire will love that. Candace Owens responded, you're attempting snark, but as a matter of fact, I almost exclusively hired reformed BLM activists to work for my charity, Blexit. They actually proved to be the most dedicated employees to the cause because the mission was personal to them. Students can change.
I woke up, man, this morning with some disturbing news out of Israel that Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some cowardice. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything. Huff you. Figure out what? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages. It ain't never been cool to kill women and elderly. Never been. No matter where you from, what you represent, what tribe you for, it don't matter. There ain't never been no cool. There ain't never been none that nobody supported. And then you go and hide and put the kids in front of you as a barricade. That's some cowardice. All you politicians who always have something to say on the contrary, I see you. Huff you. All you Black Lives Matter people who always had something to say and always supported everything else and you quiet now, huff you too. Only place in the world where I can go and study Torah and eat kosher food. Only place in the world. Only place in the world. Only place in the world.
I don't know why we leaving Mouse's house. He been good to us. He feed us on Saturday, clothes us on Sunday, and then beat us on Monday. Or was it Tuesday? I don't know.
Jasper, I said wants to go. I was a house again. Jasper?
What?
Jasper, don't you want freedom? We going to Promised Land. The Promised Land.
Promised Land?
Megyn Kelly, she responds by saying, awesome. Keep it rolling. Students for Justice in Palestine will love your thoughtful lessons on how it's bad to murder Jews. Can't wait to see you turn their lives around. So should these students be permanently blacklisted for speaking out against the Israeli? Why is this Jewish billionaire and other billionaires bullying college students? Each student's path after graduation should be monitored to see if this Harvard alumnus was able to find out who they are and managed to have them blacklisted.
I don't believe that the Jewish state and modern Zionism would have been possible without Christian Zionism. Christian Zionism. Christian Zionism. The Jewish state and modern Zionism would have been possible without Christian Zionism. I think that the many Christian supporters of the rebirth of the Jewish state and the ingathering of the Jewish people in the 19th century made possible the rise of Jewish Zionism.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was Jacob had 12 sons. For real, and these were the children of Israel, according to Genesis chapter 10. These were the children of Israel, according to Genesis chapter 10. These were the children of Israel, according to Genesis chapter 10.